Oh, you're still in bed? Oh, my. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, it's Monday. It's not Saturday.
Yeah.
It's not a holiday. It's Monday. It's 60 degrees, too, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning. 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. 60 degrees here at the Cascades. Hold on. Rewind that tape. You can't edit live, can you?
No, it's good though.
Well, here at the Source, WOCA, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall. What am I? Oh, it's Monday. I can get away with it. So I think my contract says mistakes are forgiven if made on a Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice clause to have in the
pretty sure
contract.
I'm pretty sure. It is February 23rd, 2015. Make sure I get all the numbers right. The birds are outside. It's foggy outside. Good morning, Robin.
Yeah. Good morning. How are you?
I'm pretty good. We got a pretty good show this morning.
Yeah.
Got a lot to talk about. 7:35. I have some stuff that are things that are being debated by your elected officials across the state.
Okay.
Are you ready for these things?
I am.
Or should I wait till then to tell you?
Oh, okay. Can you give us a hint?
Well, there, the guns in schools is a debate, and now and now those who don't want the guns in schools, I don't really want guns in schools, but I have mixed feelings about this. But anyway, they're using suicide statistics to fortify their argument about having guns on school.
Of course. There's always something. You have to have two sides to an argument to make it viable, and then a good solution will come about.
And then there's the debate over the DUI checkpoints. Should you have the right to just hold up a sign that says, "I don't want to roll down my window. Here's my driver's license"?
No.
That's a debate. Well, I'm just telling you, that's a debate.
Yeah.
The standards assessment school tests is being debated. At least those wanting it, the situation to be clarified. The state taxpayer money in the state going to lure movies to be made in the state of Florida, film incentives, whatever you call it. That's being debated.
Okay.
The high court in the state of Florida is putting executions on hold while we debate anesthetics used in capital punishment.
Gosh.
Medical marijuana is still being debated. We got a lot of debates happening.
We certainly do. I think this is a good thing. Everybody seems to be talking.
And the one that you have to giggle over the most is the Florida Supreme Court debating the definition of sexual intercourse.
Oh, they don't know? I mean, how long have these people lived on the face of this planet and they don't know what it is?
Well, they do. But for legal purposes, they're discussing this, and I guess we could focus on that. But we also have
I like
the Oscars.
That one. Yeah.
We can talk about the Oscars. So,
wow.
I got a fun topic, a cultural, what do you call this again? The cultural...
this is, gosh,
what did Dan want us to do with 7:35? Culture?
Something fun. No, it's not culture. It's, pop culture.
Pop culture.
Pop culture.
Yeah,
That's it. Pop culture.
So that's pop culture.
By
the way, the movie that I guess got the big awards was the Birdman movie, and I just saw the trailer for that. I know it's been out. I have no idea how long things are out, but I saw the trailer for it, and I'm a Michael Keaton fan. Not from Batman, but from what was that movie I liked with Henry Winkler?
Oh, Night Shift.
Night Shift.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody ever saw that one, but I thought I like this guy, and the trailer looks good, so I wanted to see the movie and. Well, and I had no idea it was up for an Oscar, but it won last night. So
but the one movie, that hotel movie, won a lot of the behind the scenes stuff for costume or for lighting.
Well, I do have that stuff too. So
special effects. So that the Baghdad or whatever it's called, I can't remember.
I don't really have anything to debate. I mean the U.S. government, Homeland Security. Do we want that or not? I mean, do we want the money for that? Of course we do. I mean, why wouldn't you want that?
Of course.
But why do you need that when you have the military? I don't see. That's when this whole Homeland Security Department started. I remember thinking, why do we need that? Don't we already have a secure situation? Don't we have the military? Aren't they already defending us?
Exactly.
I never understood that. So there might be something political to debate there, but I'm not smart enough to know what it is.
Me neither.
News bites today at 8:35. So we got a lot that we can talk about it between 7:35 and 8.
Yeah, this is great.
And we'll open up the phone line. So whatever we bring up, feel free to chime in. News bites at 8:35. That's when we don't let you chime in because we don't even chime in. I say that reluctantly. You heard me stutter there because I know I'm slightly lying.
I jump in there occasionally. I know. But I behave myself.
Yes, but it's just our opportunity to read the news to you and give you a chance to catch up on the news. Nice thing to do on the radio. Bern Pareso always brightens the studio. She is a lovely young woman, and she comes in here and talks to us about health providers and health services in Marion County every Monday. She's our medical correspondent.
Yep, she certainly is. And also the Tiara Ball she'll touch on.
The Tiara Ball coming up, kids. Deborah Dozier Potter is coming on. She has some famous relatives.
Yep.
She is the stepdaughter of actress Ann Rutherford. Her mom, her actual mom, right, is actress Joan Fontaine?
Yep.
Did I get that right?
Yep.
And her aunt is Olivia de Havilland.
Yes.
And she's written a book called Let Buster Lead.
And her dad.
Oh, her father's famous too? Who's her father?
William Dozier. He was responsible for the producer of the Batman TV series and all those other campy series.
Well, it's like that woman who's the star of the 50 Grey things. What's it called?
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That woman is the daughter of Melanie Griffith.
Yep.
And the granddaughter of...
Oh, gosh.
Somebody famous.
Tippi Hedren.
Tippi Hedren.
Tippi Hedren starred in The Birds. Well, her dad's Don Johnson. We can't forget the dad.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too. So
from Miami Vice.
That's pop culture now.
That's right.
Tony
Tippi Hedren.
Tony Memel is coming on at 9:35. Tony has one hand.
Yeah.
The hand that's missing is the hand He plays guitar, okay? His left hand plays like a normal left hand, but his right hand, there is no hand there. And he devised a thing. He made a thing himself. He puts it on his the stump of his arm where his hand should be, and he picks guitar like you wouldn't believe.
He's a great picker.
Unbelievable. and gosh, I know I have one song of his. He had a song recently picked out to be the Wisconsin state song or something, right?
Yep.
The Discover was the theme song for the TV series Discover Wisconsin.
Yep.
Which I guess is up in Wisconsin, or is it a national show?
I don't know.
But anyway, so Tony Memel coming on. We were trying to get him on for a while.
Yes, we have, and he's going to be on. He is phenomenal, and he inspires everyone.
Matt Gibbs is going to be on. I'm hoping to see Matt Gibbs not only here today, but also at his garage.
Yep.
I was going to say recording studio. At his recording studio.
Well, he's a musician, too. He plays drums.
But that's not where I want to meet him. I want to meet him at his garage to get my car fixed. So he'll be here to answer your questions about your cars, and I'll ask him about my car. Auto repair with personal care. Matt Gibbs at 10:05. 10:35. Leslie Tane is coming on. She's a consumer person, right? And she's got a book called Life and Debt.
Yes.
A fresh approach to achieving financial wellness. That's always a good topic.
Yeah.
Dr. Patricia Bragg, the First Lady of Natural Health. She's a nutritionist to the stars and the president of Bragg Live Food Products.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
I know.
She's going to tell us about some stress-relieving exercises and some healthy lifestyle choices.
Yep. Good nutrition.
Fun with Joe today. Are you smarter than a college student in school today?
Ooh.
These are today questions.
Okay.
Today questions. Are you smarter than a college student in school today? And then when Galen Unil is on in just a little while, in I guess about 35 minutes or so, don't tell me. So I wrote it down.
Okay.
The winner of yesterday's Daytona 500 was, hold on, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Where did I put it? See, this is just the problem I have.
I listened to your news.
Oh, Joey Logano. Joey Logano.
Yes.
Won the Daytona 500. Galen Unil was there. If you were listening yesterday, you heard Galen from 10 till noon. And, of course, Dan was in here doing this part of the job. And it was just fun listening. It was just fun. I love listening to radio, and it was just fun for me to listen to.
Yeah, and Dan and Galen have such great chemistry together. And, Galen with the interviews he brought to the table, and Dan with his commentary and stuff. Very, very good. Wonderful.
Good radio.
Wonderful radio yesterday.
All right, now the stuff we don't want to talk about. You heard that there's a threat on the malls in the United States, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Al-Shabaab. Mm-hmm. The 2013 attack on an upscale Kenyan mall left more than 60 people dead in Kenya. Mm-hmm. The Somali-based terror group called Al-Shabaab says it wants an encore at American, Canadian, and British shopping malls. Mm-hmm. The patriotic-sounding Mall of America is on the list.
Yep, there's two.
But so far, there's been no credible or specific evidence that an attack is in the works. That's according to Homeland Security, Jay Johnson.
That's right. Jehj.
So it's just a wicked world out there.
We have a front row seat if it happens here. This is really going to be on the spot reporting.
Oh, please.
Hopefully it's not.
I didn't even want to go there.
It's not going to be anywhere.
By the way, speaking of the word wicked.
Yes.
Did you saw the what do you call them last night?
The Oscars.
The Oscars.
Yeah, between napping on the couch.
Well, did you see John Travolta come out?
I saw him and Kelly Preston in the audience. They kept flashing on him, but I didn't see him come out. He must have been out toward the end.
Well, guess who introduced him? You know who introduced him?
Meryl Streep.
Idina Menzel.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You remember when he introduced her at some award show, he called her Adele Dazeem?
That's right. What did she say?
Well, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage my very dear friend, Gulam Gazingo.
She called him Gulam Gazingo.
Oh, good for her. Good for her. That's wonderful.
And he came out.
I deserve that. But you, my darling, my beautiful, my wickedly talented Idina Menzel.
You guys!
He was holding her hand. He was holding her face in his hand as he said that.
Aww.
A little bit creepy. Well, he's, an older guy, younger woman. I just think it always looks creepy when guys do that.
Yeah, it's for the camera.
And he practiced her name a few times too, right?
Oh, of course.
So anyway, she got him back. She called him. What did she call him again?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage my very dear friend, Gulam Gazingo.
Gulam Gazingo. Gulam Gazingo. So anyway, when it got to the part where they had to read the winning names that they were, naming.
Yes.
She said when he was getting ready, "Do you need any help?" She said
good for her.
Instead of reading the name wrong, do you need any help with this?
Well, he's a really good sport, but it was just so great to see the cameras pan him and Kelly Preston and they pan them a few times as a couple, and it's he's such a great guy.
And the other thing everybody's talking about this morning is Lady Gaga doing this. See, Lady Gaga's being very influenced by Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
I actually believe that she was doing this way before she decided to do what she did to become like a pop star. Because you gotta really do wacky things to become a pop star, don't you?
Oh, sure. But she was incredible. I saw that whole piece.
You know who she reminded me of? She reminded me of that little girl that sings really like an adult woman.
Oh,
because she had that same kind of dress on.
Yes.
She had her hand motions while she was singing looked like that little girl as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a rule. You're supposed to do that. And then but the little girl didn't have any tattoos on her arms.
No. She had a big trumpet on her right arm.
So she goes from wearing a dress made out of meat to singing Sound of Music with a beautiful, what do you call that dress?
The Cinderella dress.
A Cinderella dress.
Yep. And Julie Andrews gave her a big hug.
All right, we are late. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Steve Rappaport. Soaring above the competition.
The Oscar goes to Birdman.
Courtesy ABC and the Motion Picture Academy, Birdman takes 4 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. Eddie Redmayne earning Best Actor for The Theory of Everything.
I am a lucky man.
And Julianne Moore rounds out the Big Four, winning Best Actress for Still Alice. Time is running out for Congress to keep the Department of Homeland Security fully running. Republicans tied the funds to a bill overturning President Obama's immigration orders. Democrats want a clean spending bill. And at the Great American Race,
Middletown, Connecticut's Joey Logano wins the Daytona 500.
The call on Fox Sports, the victory guarantees Logano a spot in the postseason. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The number one place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop source of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida. Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
A show of contempt would be to say, what kind of an idiot can't even cook a simple dinner? That single behavior is so powerful it can be used to predict divorce with 93% accuracy. Here's another way to get back to sleep, and Connie uses this. Listen to white noise. You can try an app like Sleep Maker Rain, which is free for iPhone and Android. The new normal is to get a last-minute text at, say, 9 o'clock on a Saturday saying, hey, want to go see a band?
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
WWWOCA,
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, every weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA, The Source.
Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Gosh, there's nothing really to complain about with our weather. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's see, what do we have here? The temperature right now here at The Source, broadcasting from the Paddock Mall, 62 degrees. Can't complain about that, right? Some rain expected, not today, but tomorrow. And the reason I mention the rain is because after the rain, then temperatures drop just a little bit. It looks like last week they were looking ahead to this coming Wednesday and Thursday and saying in the 30s. This morning they're talking about Wednesday and Thursday nights lows only in the mid 40s at the most, at the lowest. So
yeah,
and that's mostly for Thursday and Friday. So can't complain about that. There's a couple of ribbon cuttings I want to tell you about later in the week. First of all, on Thursday, there's one at the Florida Cancer Specialist and Research Institute. That's at 8:30 in the morning on Thursday. This is from the Ocala Marion County Chamber and Economic Partnership. Everybody's invited to these ribbon cuttings. This one is going to be at 1630 Southeast 18th Street, and that's just off of in the Deerwood Park behind Regions Bank over there off of 17th Street. And this is the fun one. Listen to this one. I know you know it right well because you put this together. Also on Thursday at 11 a.m., the Central Christian Church in the gymnasium is where you will go to the ribbon cutting for the Little Duckling Sale and Expo.
That is so cool.
Little Duckling is a 3-day flash sale with like new children's clothing, toys, and accessories. Mm-hmm. It says here, it is extremely organized.
Yes.
The event is family focused. Mm-hmm. And if you are selling your stuff as a consignment, is that what you call it?
Yes.
You earn 65 to 75% for the stuff that you sell. So
that's right.
And they have an origami owl. Origami, that's the paper owl. The Pampered Chef, the Premier Jewelry. Those are the vendors, by the way.
Yep.
So Little Duckling has raised over $6,000 for the local Women's Pregnancy Center and their efforts to help growing families. And their ribbon cutting will start the 4th sale in this great community.
Yes.
Those are your words, right?
Yep. And the proceeds do go to the Women's Pregnancy Center.
There you go. There you go.
Good job.
Thank you for writing that for me to look good. All right. I want to talk about the debatable things, but let's just real quickly, because I know the Oscars is important to some people, and pop culture is kind of what we're trying to do a little bit more of. So, Joan Rivers was not mentioned in the memorial part, the in memoriam part.
That was sad.
Did you know that?
That was very sad. Very sad. They, gee.
Yeah,
dropped the ball.
I already told you about Lady Gaga singing The Sound of Music. You might have heard it yourself. If not, you can find it on YouTube, which is where I found it.
She is amazing.
The Best Picture was won by the movie Birdman. Mm-hmm. And I guess the directors get that award, right? Is that how that works?
Yes. Oh no, they have a separate award.
Oh really? So who are these people? Alejandro G. Inarritu. Who's that?
Maybe they're the producers. I have no
John
clue.
Lesher and James Scotch DePole or something.
Yeah, they're probably the producers.
Anyway, Birdman is what won. The Best Actress was Julianne Moore from something called Still Alice.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
The Best Actor was Eddie Redmayne from The Theory of Everything.
Oh yeah, it was Stephen Hawking's. That was that Stephen Hawking's movie, I think.
So the Best Director was that guy, Alejandro G. Iñárritu.
Okay, so he got to pick out 2 awards then.
Well, he got the Best Director, plus he also gets the award for the Best Film, the Best Picture, right? The Best Score was on the movie The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
Alexandre Desplat produced that album, I guess. That score. The Best Original Song is a song called Glory by John Stevens and Lonnie Sim from the movie Selma. I have to look that one up. Do you know this one?
No, I don't.
The Best Animated Movie was something called Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
Big Hero 6.
I didn't hear about that movie either.
The Best Animated Short was something called Feast. And I'll just skip most of these. The Best Visual Effects, some people are into that. Interstellar won that one.
Yep.
The Best Supporting Actress was Patricia Arquette from a movie called Boyhood, and the Best Supporting Actor was J.K. Simmons from a movie called Whiplash.
Yeah, and she made a commentary at the end about equal pay for women. I thought that was in bad taste.
Well, she gets more than me.
You know, she said, I'm fighting for equal
I'm
pay
acting
for
here.
women. And it's like, gee.
I'm acting here.
That's right, exactly.
There was also a list published of the 100 most influential African-American Republicans. I wonder who put this together. We got our own thing happening here, by the way, as we come to the end of Black History Month. We have an event happening on Friday here in Ocala.
Yep.
8 local unsung heroes will be inducted into the African American History Museum's Hall of Fame on Friday at the Howard Academy.
That's pretty amazing. And this past weekend, Lee Schwartz put together a nice Black History Month for the Marion County Public Library. So
how come he didn't call us to play music at it? Does our music not fit with that theme? All right, I was teasing. It's just a joke.
We're going to be there in April.
We're doing something. Are we doing the ice cream thing again?
In April. I don't know if it's ice cream or if it's something else, but we're going to be there in April.
All right, so the rest of what I want to do with the rest of the time slot we have here this morning, and I would like your phone calls. I'm just going to tell you some of the things that are being debated by those people who we've elected to regulate us. But first, I want to play you one little fun thing. This is actually from Canada. This is a member of the Canadian Parliament whose name I don't know. I don't know what his name is. But I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but they weren't going to count his vote. And I guess he left his seat he left his seat, and I guess they didn't want to count his vote because he left his seat. And then he explained the reason he left his seat was his underwear were too tight and he was uncomfortable.
Oh, there you go.
So I want to play you the sound from him explaining to the head guy in the Canadian Parliament. I don't know what you call him. But here's one of the Canadian Parliament guy talking to the head guy explaining that his underwear were too tight. Here we go.
Does the member for Winnipeg Centre want to respond to the points?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. I realize I did inadvertently leave my seat briefly in the middle of the debate. I can blame it on a sale that was out down at the Hudson's Bay. They had men's underwear on for half price. And I bought a bunch that was clearly too small for me. And I find it difficult to sit for any length of time, Mr. Speaker. So I apologize if it was necessary for me to leave my seat briefly, but I did not mean to forfeit my right to vote.
Yeah. So everybody obviously was laughing there in the Parliament, and so his underwear were too tight, he was too small, and obviously he was joking, and he was using the word briefly as much as he could in there.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then the head guy also decided to use the same joke basically, and said, "Oh, he only left briefly," so, and everybody laughed at it again. So anyway, but they allowed his vote to hold, so he voted and whatever. Just I thought it was a funny piece.
Well, at least he shows up to vote. Other local officials don't even show up to vote.
Yeah. All right, so here's some of the things that are being debated up in Tallahassee. These are mostly Florida debates. First of all, there is a debate about whether or not guns should be allowed on campuses. This would be college campuses. I don't think this means like high school campuses or public school
Yeah.
And there's a side that doesn't want it. There's a side that does want it. I think I'm leaning more to the side that doesn't want it. Although I understand when you don't allow something, then the people who don't care about the law will have it. So
exactly.
I know it's a strong argument, and I feel like I don't have a strong argument, but that's kind of where I'm leaning. However, they're using suicide statistics now to kind of fortify their argument that guns should not be allowed on campus. I guess the logic is that if you allow guns on campus, somebody who's thinking about killing himself might do it on school property because it'll be more sensational or something. What goes through the mind of somebody who's a young person? I mean, it's just so sad that we have young people who don't see that everything works out eventually, Everybody goes through a hard time. First of all, it's kind of like an ordained thing. Maybe that's what we should explain to everybody. Guess what? Nobody gets out of here without going through trials and tribulations. It's a part of the package you call life.
Exactly.
Your trial and tribulation might be money. It might be health. It might be, who knows what it might be. But anyway, so suicide statistics are being used in the gun debate for campus, to be bringing guns on campus.
And it's not just students. I mean, that teacher in Maryland committed suicide 6 years ago with a gun. So it's not just students.
All right, we'll take a little break. There are several other debates, lots of other debates actually in the state of Florida, and I wanted to talk about them kind of thumbnail sketch-like. So call in if you have a thought on any of these. We'll be right back.
The weather weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Clouds giving way to some sun today. Highs between 80 and 82. Partly cloudy tonight. Low 59 to 63. Variable clouds tomorrow. High 76 to 80. Rather cloudy on Wednesday with a chance for a couple of showers. High 77 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Heather Zayer.
Joey Logano wins at Daytona. I'm Joe Moore. This is the Coca-Cola Monday Morning Race Refresher, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Enjoy the race with an ice cold Coke, the official soft drink of NASCAR.
Tony Stewart and Joey Logano shopping together at the store. You two must be best friends.
No. We're here with all the drivers from the Coca-Cola racing family.
Racing family? So you're brothers. That's the best kind of best buddies.
Co-workers.
Working together to stick together.
I think we should go.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I knew it. You two should get a friendship bracelet.
Coca-Cola, open happiness. Official soft drink of NASCAR.
Joey Logano survived a late race caution, a red flag, and overtime to win the 57th running of the Daytona 500.
That's an amazing moment. Wow, to win this race is amazing. I got the best team on pit road. You know, my spotter tab boy did a great job giving me the information I needed to get out front, stay out front before that last caution, and then be able to have a good restart there at the end. I knew I had the 15 behind me. Clint Boyer was the best pusher that I could find out there, and was able to push me out to the lead. And then I knew I wanted to take the outside to make sure he was behind me and work our way back up there. You know, we got the push that got us out up front, and it was just Clint pushing really hard. You know, he wasn't lifting before he got to my bumper. He was slamming the back bumper off this thing, and that's what we needed.
Kevin Harvick was second on Sunday. Dale Earnhardt Jr. came in third. Fourth was Denny Hamlin, and fifth, Jimmy Johnson. Casey Mears with a great sixth-place run. Clint Boyer had a tough week, but survived to finish seventh. Martin Truex Jr. was eighth. Ninth, Casey Kane, and Greg Biffle finished in 10th. Next stop, Atlanta Motor Speedway next weekend. That's the Monday Morning Race Refresher. I'm Joe Moore on the Motor Racing Network.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. 63 degrees here at the studios of The Source, broadcasting just outside the WOCA commissary at the Paddock Mall. It's not open yet, but that's where we are.
Nope.
All right, so we talked about some debates in the state of Florida. Again, the suicide statistics are being used to fortify the argument against allowing guns on campuses, and I guess we kind of explained that pretty well. There's an attorney down in St. Johns County who is trying to persuade the state to recognize what he says is already a law. He says it's already a law that you don't need to say anything at a DUI checkpoint. You have the right to remain silent. So if you get stopped at a DUI checkpoint, you, according to him, don't need to roll down your window, don't need to speak to the officer, just have a sign ready, like a flyer in your glove compartment. You hold up to the window. It says, I don't want to speak. I want to see an attorney before I say anything. And then you hold up your driver's license onto the glass window, and you hold up your registration and all the other information they need, your insurance, etc. He says that's all you are required to do. You don't have to roll down your window and speak. I think at a DUI checkpoint, you should have to. The police officer should have the right to be able to observe you in every way that you can be observed, which means smelling your breath.
Exactly.
And watching and listening to how you speak. You know, that's why I'm not in agreement with him on that debate. The Florida Standards Assessment School tests are also being debated. It's not the tests, it's the right to opt out of the state assessment tests. That's the debate. And it's become very emotional. There's teachers and parents who are saying we don't like the Florida Standards Assessment School Test.
Yeah.
We should be able to back out of this if we want, and my child shouldn't be penalized for it with a failing grade that gets averaged in.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Exactly. No, the teachers are fighting it. Good for you, teachers.
Now, while we normally are opposed to taxpayer money paying for things that we consider corporate things, there is one that I think you will agree we have a feeling for, and it's the tax money that pays for film incentives.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those who say taxpayer money in the state of Florida should go to giving incentives to movie makers so they make movies here always argue that the movies bring in more money than it costs the state to bring them here.
Exactly.
They generate money.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, those are the numbers. I mean, I don't have numbers in front of me, but they show numbers. They cite numbers.
Well, the Film Commission had the numbers when they were in existence here in Marion County.
But when they say brings in money, that means that people are eating.
Exactly.
And buying food. But don't people buy food anyway? And that means people are staying in hotels. Maybe there's more people in hotels when a movie comes
right.
around.
And you're going to the movies. If you bring your families with you, you're going to the mall to shop, to buy things.
No. But this is for movie making. When a film is being made,
right,
the amount of money that it brings into the community is often cited.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is, where does that money come from? What generates that money?
Oh, the money for the incentives?
No. The money for the incentives comes from taxpayers.
Right.
The people who want the state to get back into the business of giving film makers incentives always say, if you bring this movie here, the incentive is going to be $2 million, but the movie itself is going to, the production of the movie is going to make $10 million or something like that.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Where does that extra money come from?
The movie people.
Doing what?
They come here, they go to the mall, they buy clothes, they stay in hotels, they go to restaurants.
Oh, and these are people who don't normally live here.
Right, exactly.
And they spend that much money?
Yeah, the producers are here. Well, we met Leslie Ann Warren or somebody, and they rented during the filming of Jeepers Creepers, and they rented that whole block of townhouses in the Villages. They paid to stay there. They didn't get that for free. They rented that whole thing out for their crew.
So that's another debate. I don't know that I want to get into it. If you want to, you are welcome to, and that includes you, Robin, if you want to debate that more or any of these things more. But I'm just kind of laying them out. I was just amazed how many debates are going on right now.
Yeah.
There's another one. Florida's highest court put executions on hold while the U.S. Supreme Court decides whether the use of a controversial general anesthetic constitutes cruel and unusual punishment of condemned killers. This is the first of the 3 drugs, I believe, that they inject into a prisoner being put to death. The state Supreme Court stopped the execution of Jerry William Carell next week. That would have been next week, because the Supreme Court recently agreed to hear a challenge that some inmates in Oklahoma brought against the chemical called midazolam hydrochloride as the first of the 3 drugs used in lethal injections. Florida uses essentially the same formula.
That's what I don't understand, because I've seen a couple of dogs being put down. They give them the shot of the pink juice, as my daughter calls it, and the dog is gone with no pain or anything. Now, how come that can happen to animals and not to
Not always.
humans?
I heard a story one time of a dog. It was my nephew was telling me that he thought the dog would just go to sleep like his other dog did.
Yeah.
And it was vomiting. It was looking at him with sad eyes, like, what's going on? And it really
well, then I
troubled him. Yeah.
I retract my statement then.
Anyway, Florida courts have
Firing
approved
squad.
firing squad.
There you go.
Not for dogs.
No, for humans. That way you don't got to worry about the injection.
Florida courts have approved midazolam, but the nation's highest court agreed on January 23rd to hear the appeal by 21 Oklahoma inmates in the case, citing prolonged executions and signs of pain reported in the state.
Gosh.
So that's just another one of our Florida debates. The medical marijuana debate is still going on. Medical marijuana has, as you know, the attorney down in Orlando, the guy for the people, what's his name again?
Yeah, Bogan and Munns.
That guy, I think, yeah. He's, and you can understand why he's in favor of it. I hope I'm naming the right law firm. But anyway, they've got somebody who works there that needs the medical marijuana for pain. Mm-hmm. So, do you remember reading that story?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
So, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings on that one, too. I don't know that it's necessarily opening the door to recreational marijuana, by the way. That's one argument against it. But.
They're two different animals, recreational marijuana and medical marijuana.
And then there's the Florida Supreme Court debate on sexual acts. This is the one to giggle over.
Yes.
This is the one you have to wonder about. And this just shows you how some people can really be nasty. There's a guy named Gary DeBon. He was charged with a felony after failing to tell his partner that he was infected with HIV. His partner is another guy, by the way. Mm-hmm. But he says, well, my partner doesn't have the equipment in order to have sexual intercourse. What?
Oh.
So he's challenging his felony charge. So the Florida Supreme Court now says, the guy's got a point. We got to figure out what is sexual intercourse, because that's what's illegal. If you have HIV and you're going to have sexual intercourse, it's a law. You have to tell the person you're going to be with that you have the HIV virus.
It's a common courtesy.
Well, it's a law, too. And that's why it's in the debate. Florida Supreme Court justices reflected on the law pertaining to those tested positive for the human immunodeficiency virus, also known as HIV. The law was made in 1986. The law stated that HIV-positive people must disclose their health status with their partners before engaging in any type of sexual intercourse. Those two words right there that we giggle over are the two words being debated. Brian Ellison is the public defender for Gary DeBon. He wanted the charges against his client dropped. However, outside of court, Ellison told the Associated Press that positive HIV heterosexuals could use the same defense if they participate in anything other than traditional sex.
Okay,
so
got it.
There's a statement from that attorney that says, quote, in the history of Florida law, the specific term sexual intercourse has always been interpreted to mean reproductive sexual conduct. Mm-hmm. It's not the way that I'd want to define it, maybe not the way you'd want to define it, but that's the way it's always been in Florida law, unquote. That was from Brian Ellison. That's the public defender. Mm-hmm. Ellison did not try to justify DeBon's actions. However, DeBon did not violate the law as written. Therefore, that's why Ellison feels the charges should be dropped.
There you go. Got to be careful.
So can you imagine listening in on this? Mm-hmm. You know what should happen. Here's what should happen. I like to do this instead of just debating it. What would you do if you were in the elected official's shoes? Mm-hmm. I would say, here's the solution to the problem. You change it from sexual intercourse to the exchange of bodily fluids. Period.
There you go.
If you're going to engage in any activity during which there's an exchange of bodily fluids, it's against the law to go through with that exchange.
Exactly.
Without alerting your partner that you've got some kind of a disease that they could catch.
From kissing on down.
Right. Well, I guess.
Really.
I guess.
That's you exchange bodily fluids.
I have no idea if that's,
kisses.
Somebody can correct Robin and me if that's not true, but I always thought you could. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so those are the things that our elected officials are debating in Tallahassee. It's just amazing. Just amazing how many things are being debated.
Exactly. There's a lot out there.
And that's not all. Let's see. There's some of the budget items on the federal budget are being debated among Florida lawmakers. Mm-hmm. Common Core, of course, that's kind of an easy one to see, but
yeah.
Anyway, so those are the things being debated. We will take a little break. That's what that music means, I got to tell you. So we'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Birdman flying away with 4 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director for Alejandro Inarritu.
And we are here. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Courtesy ABC and other awards.
A big surprise as The Theory of Everything's Eddie Redmayne take Best Actor. Whiplash won 3 awards, including Supporting Actor for J.K. Simmons. Actress Julianne Moore grabbed her first Oscar.
Fox Radio's Michelle Polino. The nation's governors meet with President Obama today, days before the Department of Homeland Security's budget set to run out. The standoff over the president's executive action on immigration. At the Daytona 500, Joey Logano the winner.
The best team out there, and as long as we stay together as a team, we win and we lose as a team. That's what makes the strong team.
Logano fending off Kevin Harvick and Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the checkered flag. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser.